First, get the path. Get the path where the absolute path of the Python file. So how can you get what is absolute path? First, let me clarify. What is an absolute path? So you have your desktop. You have your desktop, and the desktop you have many folders. Let's say Python, let's say JavaScript, and all the folders. And let's say you have saved a file named example.py inside the Python folder. So what is the absolute path? Desktop, I mean, let's say, so the Python file is inside a Python folder, and the Python folder is inside a desktop. Okay, so just like that, you will write desktop slash Python slash example.py. This is the absolute path, and you will need absolute path because it is important. And I'll show you what is the difference between absolute path and relative path later on. But for now, you will have to use absolute path whenever you execute things in terminal. So just exit it. So I'll just copy the path, copy file path. Okay, I'm using Sublime Text, so you can also use this. Anything is okay here. So you just give this thing Python. It is mandatory, okay? Write Python or just simple Py. Then paste the absolute path. Oops, oops, oops. There is something error. I guess this wasn't copied. Copy file path and Py v. So what this means? This is the Python script that we are going to run, example.py, and it is under a folder called Python, and this folder is in the X drive. Okay, so this total is the absolute path for this thing, for this example.py. This is the absolute path, and you have to mention this py before the absolute path so that the computer knows that you are telling Python interpreter to execute this file, this example.py file. Okay, and you are giving it the location. You are saying that the example.py file, your file, is into Python folder, which is again into the drive X drive. Okay, so you just simply execute it. Let's say if it runs properly or not. What happens? Haven't I saved it? Okay, I haven't saved it. Okay, let's save it and run it again. So what do you want? Let's say I want pizza. Okay, how many pizza? Let's say 20. Okay, that's a lot, but still. See, it first asked me, what do you want? I wanted pizza. That means this condition is true, right? And then it asks me how many pizza. That means this one. How many pizza? So I entered okay, I entered 20. So that means this line over here, it is also true. 20 is obviously more than 5. That means this line will get printed, and that is what happened actually. See, here is the line. You get 10% discount for pizza, and finally you get it. Take your pizza. Okay, so you get this one, and finally thank you for purchasing. Now let's run it again. So again write, okay, I'll write it by hand. Py x, that is X drive. Okay, X drive slash Python slash example.py. I'll run it again. What do you want? Let's say I want burger this time. How many burger? Let's say 2 burger for me and my girlfriend. Okay, enter. So what's happening? What do you want? I said burger. So Python first checks this one, it is false. Then it checks this one, it is true. Once this is true, it goes inside this. Now it asks how many burgers. I say 2. Now this condition gets false because 2 is less than 5. That means this line won't get printed. You won't get 10% discount. Okay, this line won't get printed. But this line does not depend on whether you buy more than 5 or less than 5. So it will get printed, and finally this line will get printed. Okay, because once this happens, this becomes false, and this will check for this. Okay, this is not elif, so it will check for this one, it will also check for this one, and it will also check for this one. And I'll show the advantage in just a minute. Let's run it again and again by hand. Okay, by I'm writing this in hand so that you understand what I'm doing. Python slash example.py. Okay, now let's run it again. So what do you want? I want pizza. Okay, I want pizza, I want burger, and I also want momo. How many pizza do you want? I want, okay, I need 2 pizza. Take your pizza. How many burger do you want? Let's say 10. You get 10% discount for a burger. How many momo? I want 50 momos. Okay. So what happened? Let's understand it. What do you want? It asked me what do you want. I said I need pizza as well as burger as well as momo. So let's come to the program. So the Python interpreter checks this one. Is pizza inside order? It gets to know, okay, so pizza is inside order. So this is true. Python goes inside it. Now ask me, how many pizza do you want? I say 2. Here, over here. I say 2. I need 2 pizzas. So I say 2. That means this is false because 2 is less than 5. That means this will not get printed. So I get directly this one. Print. Take your pizza. Okay. I get the pizza. I got the pizza. Now next, it again checks if burger in order. That means, have I ordered burger? So it gets true because I have said I need pizza as well as burger as well as momo. Right over here. I need burger. Okay. I have mentioned burger over here. So this means this will also get true. And once it becomes true, it will get inside it. It will ask me how many burger do you want? So I say that, okay, I need let's say I need 10 burgers. Okay, that means this is true, this becomes true, and once this becomes true, this line will get printed. You get 10% discount for burger, and this is what I got right over here. You get 10% discount for burger. Okay, now again I get this line, print, take your burger. Okay, here you go, take your burger. Okay. Now again it checked for if momo inside order. It will check. So I have entered pizza as well as burger as well as momo. So this line will also become true. Once it becomes true, it will enter here number. It will ask for how many momos do you want? And I said, hey, I want a whopping 50 momo. Okay, I'll just eat it all by myself. I'm kidding. So once I said 50, this statement becomes true because 50 is obviously more than 5. So this line will get printed. That means you get 10% discount for momo. So I get this line. You get 10% discount for momo right over here. And then this line will get executed. Take your momo. And I get again this line. Take your momo. And final, this one. This independent print statement. Thank you for purchasing. So I get this one. So that is how loop works. Nested conditions work. Okay. Now what is nested condition? This if is inside if. Okay, as you can see, if inside if inside if inside if. Okay, that's how a nested condition works. But let me show you some another form. I'll just give you the syntax. Okay, and Now inside notepad I'll give you the syntax. So there is one thing, if abc, if true, let's give this thing, always press tabs after everything, press tab, okay, press tab. So just write something something, mm, else elif, sorry, let me give this condition 1, condition 1, condition 2, something else, something elif, condition B. Let's remove this one. Okay, I'll just explain it. Just let me write it once and I'll explain it. Thing if condition C if condition 1 something else something, and finally else something. Okay. So what I mean by this, okay, let's understand it first. So this is a nested condition, okay, this is a nested condition list. What are the outer conditions? Condition A, this one, condition B, this one, and condition C. If none of this happens, if none of these are true, then this one, that means this one. These are the outer conditions. But let's say if condition A is true, that means the Python interpreter will enter into this block. Now let's say condition 1 is false, that means this won't get executed. Condition 2, let's say this is this is also false. That means if none of the conditions, that is these two, are not true, that means this will get executed, that means else something, this will get executed. Okay, now let's say this happens, okay, that means this condition is false, that means this, let's say the Python interpreter will check this one, let's say this is true. Okay, so if condition 1 is true, then do something. Let's say this is false, nothing happens. Okay, nothing happens, the program is finished, because you have said if condition 1 is true, then you have to do something, but you haven't said what if condition 1 is false, then you have to do something. You haven't said that, so the program is finished right here. But let's say this condition C is true. Now if condition C is true, that means the Python interpreter will check this, and let's say condition 1 is false, that means this will get executed else, because if condition 1 is false, then you have to execute this one. Else says if none of the above condition becomes true, execute me, so it executes, finished. Now you can also put individual statements, like let's say inside this you can also say if condition 2 something, if condition 3 something. So in this case, even if condition, let's say condition 1 is true, then also the Python interpreter will check for condition 2, then also the Python will check for condition 3. So it doesn't matter if one of them is true. Even if this one is true, the Python interpreter will check for these two. Even if this is true, the Python interpreter will also check for this one as well as this one. So that's how it works, okay? And let's see if any other topic has left. Let's see. Okay, is there something left? No. Okay, done. So now I'll show you to make a calculator inside VS Code. Okay, I'll show you how to make a calculator inside VS Code within 10 minutes. I'll just show you. I'll write the code and you will watch it as I write applications so that you understand how to write scripts inside Python. I hope that was clear. I guess. Now I'll write a very simple program, very simple, no nested conditions. Okay, just simple calculator. Now let's get started. Let's open VS Code. Okay, not VS Code. VS Code is very heavy. Okay, you will write in VS Code. Okay, you will have to write in VS Code because you guys are beginners. Try to write in VS Code, and then after we move on, then you will execute the scripts through terminal. That is command prompt. Okay, or PowerShell or maybe Windows Terminal. Some of you have downloaded. So let's write it. Let's delete all these and say let's delete it all. Okay, another reason I haven't opened VS Code is that VS Code is very heavy, and my machine has only 4 gigabytes of RAM, so it will take a lot of time to open it and show it. So you guys try it in VS Code because you know how to use VS Code. I have shown you. So write it in VS Code. Once you become advanced, write it in Sublime Text or anywhere you like. Okay, anywhere you like. There is no restriction about it. So now let's make our first calculator. It will be interesting, guys. Let's move on. Okay, so again, comments are very important, so I'll write the code and I'll then explain it. Okay, so this is a starting statement, simple calculator. Remember to write comments whenever you develop applications or scripts so that you can remember what you have written, because you will forget someday or other. So this line prints welcome to simple calculator. Okay, now you will say this is a very basic calculator, so you don't have to add much complexities. Okay, so this is the variable. This will be a string variable. Okay, now let's say operation, and this is like input. It will ask the user, what do you want to do? Okay, what do you want to do? It will ask the user, and the user will enter add, multiplication, subtraction, these things. The program will ask the user for the operation to perform. the user can enter add, multiply, okay, mul sub div for addition, multiplication, division, sorry, subtraction and division. Okay, so it will ask the user what do you want to do, then it will ask for um, number. So this will be an integer number. Okay, it's a float number. Okay, float number. Enter the first number. Program will then ask for the second number. Okay. Oops, I have missed this one. This will run another bracket because I need to input it. Okay. Input function. Okay, input function, and then again float input, enter the second number. Okay, done. Now it will check, the program will check for the operation and will perform it. Okay, so now the program will check if, okay, so put these brackets whenever you are adding conditions, because it is a good practice. I personally use it, and you should also. This is very recommended. So use brackets onto anything you write after if, whatever the condition is. Okay, so if operation equal um, add. Okay, first let me show you what equal means. So start it by, so equal means it checks. Okay, so if I say a equals to 1, a equals to 1, that means I put the value 1 into a. But if I say a equal 1, that means I check if a has 1. Okay, let me show my face. So equal is not an assigning operator. So let's say this variable has number 10. Now you want to check if this variable has number 10 or not. So this variable equal 10. So if that variable has number 10, it will give you true. If that variable hasn't number 10, it will give you false. As simple as that. Let me show you this again inside the live interpreter. Like if I say a equals to 10. Now if I say a equal 5, false. A equal 7, false. I ask the computer if a has 5 or 7. But if I say a equal 10, it will give me true, because a has 10. A does not have 5, a does not have 7, a has 10. So this is why if I say a equal 10, it will give me true. So again, coming back to my program. So operation equal add, that means this one, if the user says add, if the user says this thing, this add thing, okay, So this means if operation has add, it checks. It does not give operation add. It checks if operation has add. If it has add, then it will give you print. It will directly print over the screen. The result is so this means that it prints the result is, adds a space, and finally calculates it first plus second. Okay, so this means this number over here and this number over here is added, because Python can add number with a number, okay, but it cannot print a number, so that's why we convert the number into a string using this function, this str function, okay, and we print it. I'll just copy these lines, okay. Okay, so what this means is, okay, is everything done? Oh no, change these. Okay, done. So this is the first condition, this is the second, this is the third, fourth, and if none of them matches, then this one, okay. So why did I use elif? Why didn't I use if? Because it can be add, or it can be subtraction, or it can be multiplication, or it can be divide. It can be any one of them. It cannot be everything, right? You cannot do add, subtract, multiplication, divide at a time. You can do only one thing. You can either add, you can or subtract, or you can do multiplication, or you can do division, okay, but you cannot do all of them together. That's why I used elif. Now if you say okay, let's say you haven't given add, you haven't given subtraction, you haven't given multiplication, you haven't given division. So if you have written pizza over there, so it will give you invalid operation, okay. Now what is happening when you said add? If operation has add, because if the user puts add, this variable will have add. So if this has add, that means this condition over here, this will be true. If this is true, the result is, then it adds the first and second number, and this is a number, so it converts into string, and all of them is a number, so that's why string. It converts everything into string. Now here, if the user enters subtraction, this condition is true, right? This condition is true, so that's why it, it subtracts second number from the first number. Again, if the user enters multiplication, this condition is true. Again, first multiplied with second and finally converted into a string. And if the user enters division, this is true, and then it divides first number by second number and converts it into string and then returns it, okay, I mean prints it to the screen. If none of them is applicable, you see invalid operation, okay. Perfect. Okay, you can add more comments. I am not adding because I hope till now you know how to write programs. Program finished. Okay, save it and let's run it inside our terminal. Let's exit first. I exited. Now if I say pi, add this one, okay, this is very important, right? Pi, then say x. I have, you know, your location can be different from mine, okay? So this is my location. Python hash sample.py. Okay, what do you want to do? Let's say I want to do add. What is the first number? 10. What is the second number? 20. So the result is 30. So what happened? It first started with a welcome to simple calculator. I mean, this statement over here, welcome to simple calculator, right over here. Okay, then it asked for what do you want to do, and I said okay, I all I want to do is add. Okay, add over here. I said I want to add things. Now it asked me enter the first number. What is the first number that you want to put? So I said I want to put 10. 10 is the first number, and then it asks me the second number. Okay, and I said okay, I want this 20. This is the second number. So what happened is first number got into this first variable, and second number got into this second variable, and the operation got into this operation variable. Okay, now the program actually began. So Python searched and the first condition became true, that is add. So operation has add. Okay, operation has add, so that means this will give us true. Exactly, operation equal to add. It checks if the operation has add, so it is true. Once it is true, print the result is it adds the first and second number, that is first plus second, that gives us 10 plus 20 is 30, converts it into string and then prints it. And this will same happen if you say like again, let's run it again. What do you want to do? Let's say I want to do pizza. First number is 10, second number is 20. Invalid operation, because I haven't defined pizza. There is no operation like pizza, right? Is there any operation like pizza? There is add, there is subtraction, there is multiplication, there is divide, but there is nothing like pizza. So that means if none of the condition is true, that means these are not true, that means execute this one, this. Okay, so invalid operation right over here. Now let's play it. What do you want to do? I want to multiply. What is the first number? 10. What is the second number? 20. 200. So 10 into 20 gives a 200. Okay, so this is, you know, this happens, this one. So first Python checks for this one, so this is false because operation has multiply. Okay, so this is false. Again this will check for this one, subtraction, so this will become false. This will check for this one and this will become true because I have entered multiplication. And finally the result will be first number multiplied by second number, converted into a string and then printed. Okay, phew. So that was it, guys. This is a very simple calculator and I'll be giving you an assignment soon, so stay tuned. I'll be giving the assignment by tomorrow evening. So till then, please watch the video and tell me if you have any doubts, because this was a very long video. This is really a long video, I know, and it may be complex for you. And please rewind it as you know, just play it again, play the video again and again. And if you still have some doubts, please ask me. I'm really into solving your doubts. Okay, you can tell me anytime and I'll answer you for sure. You don't have to worry, I am there for you. Okay, so you just go through the video, pause it, take down notes, because there are very small things which you will have to, you know, take account into, because this will become very important in the future. This will become very important. So pause the video, take notes, understand it, then continue. Okay, you have to pause every, you know, every between. Okay, pause it between seconds, just take notes and continue. Okay, don't go with the flow. Just don't watch the whole video together and then start to, you know, scribble things up. Don't do that. Watch it, stop it, write it, start it, pause it, start it. Okay, like that you have to go. This is a very long video. Again, if you have some doubts, please tell me. Okay, So see you in the next video. See you in the next assignment actually tomorrow. So till then, goodbye. Namaste.